Good day, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Dune Awakening video. Today we are looking at the enviable thing of flower sand. Now, after the August update, they have moved the basically unlimited resource of flower sand from down here at like the Hammer area, okay, at Hammer Rock. So there used to be an unlimited resource of flower sand where the worm would not be able to get you, okay? That has now been moved out into the middle of the desert area where the worm will be able to now get you guys. So, where can you now get flower sand? Well, unfortunately, there isn't really anywhere else that has near on impunity for flower sand, okay? We are going to go to the closest location that I have found to where you're going to be able to get flower sand. Now, it is not immune, okay? You will have to basically go and get this, and you'll still have to confront Jeff the Worm, Shai Halud, but you will be able to look to get this in a place that is going to be very, very quick to get to and is kind of beginner friendly, okay? Now, I'm doing this in an assault ornithopter. The main reason for that is because I have the largest storage in my assault ornithopter, okay? But what we're looking at here is we're actually looking at an area just off of Western Vermilius Gap, okay? You can see it on the horizon here. Now, there's a few things we're going to talk about here, okay? Basically, we've got a couple of areas. This area right here in front of us, okay, is one of them. But you're on top of a quicksand, okay? So we don't want to go to that one. We're going down to this area down here, all right? To my waypoint. So we're going to head down over here. Now, you can see it in the distance there, look. So, let's have a look here. So you can see you've got two fields in front of you. That one out there, right in the middle, no point, right? Unless you've got a Mark 6 bike or you're going to land your ornithopter on there and can get away with relative ease and relative quickness, don't bother. This one here is where we're going to look at, okay? Now, we are located on Western Vermilius Gap, just south of Succalucis or the Hammer Rock, okay? And there's this chain of 5 islands, and we are here, guys. Now, before I land and show you this, there's a few things I want to talk about. Number one, what are you going to need to do this? Well, first of all, I would highly, highly, highly recommend you looking at some Tobias soft step boots, or at least some soft step boots. The Tobias soft step boots are some of the best in the game for minus worm threat, okay? We can see here, look, we've got minus 45% worm threat. You have a dash stamina cost of minus 3% as well. You also have heat mitigation and heat protection on these ones. Now, these are some of the best soft step boots in the game, but any soft step boots that reduce worm threat are going to be advisable for any time you're doing this or spice for that matter, okay? The next thing I'm going to recommend is a compact compactor. Now, I've got a Mark 5 here. We can see that the gather rate is set to high. We can see that our worm attraction intensity is set to medium. Now, putting that into context, if we look at our research tab and we look at our, where are we? Our gather tools here. So, a normal static compactor, if we look at the stats on that, worm attraction high, okay? If we look at the aluminium version of that, the industrial static compactor, the worm attraction is high, okay? And again, on this one, the omni-static is high, all right, with a gather rate of very high. We are looking for these compact compactor Mark 5s. You can either buy them from the market or you can do them in the dungeons, the PvE zones, or the PvP wrecks, okay? You can find these in those areas, especially in deep desert. All right, I've got a number of these. All right. Now, one of the things you are going to have to keep an eye on at night is Sardaukar, okay? So if you are doing this at night, be very wary that Sardaukar will be around, okay? So if you want to do this with not just the worm threat and the Sardaukar threat, I would recommend doing this in the daytime, guys, okay? Or when the Sardaukar have passed. But as you can see there, they have a very wide arc looking at you, okay? So I would recommend doing this in the daytime, which obviously adds dehydration, etc, 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 okay? Now, if we look at where we are here, okay? Now, the reason why I say this is probably the better one. If I land down here and I jump out of my ornithopter here, okay? I'm on the ground. I'm going to get out my static compactor just so you can see it. Now, I have my Shiga Claw set to X, but I'm going to look at my other skills as well, and I'm going to put Bindu Sprint on there as well, actually. Just because. Alright, now, I am not yet attracting the worm, okay? So, right now, there's no Sardaukar around, fine. So, right now, I am not attracting the worm. That's about 60 meters from me. I'm still not attracting the worm. Still not. Now I'm attracting the worm, look. So it's quite a distance that I've gone from my assault, which is now safe, to this area where the worm will actually come and find me. Okay? But basically you want to come down here. Don't use your pack, because that will attract the worm quite considerably. Alright, you want to come around, do as much as you can if you've got a decent compactor. Now, there is the worm, look. Okay? He's come up. I've got enough time to get to my assault ornithopter and get it out of the way. Right? So I can jump in this. I can go up high and come out the way. Okay? Before he's even got to me. See, now he's sort of diving off. Alright? But what I've done is I've got a ready-made pile to come and collect. Okay? So I can come down here and I've got a ready-made pile that I can come and get. With relative ease right now. Now, you can go and do this as many times as you want. The reason why I recommend that static or the compact compactor is simply because it gets you the highest yield. Okay? Now, if you get to the Mark 6, which there is a Mark 6 of this, it gets a very high yield as well. Alright? And you don't have to compact like in large areas. You can do it in a relatively small area as well, guys. So, I mean, this is the easiest method that I've found so far, and the only area that is close enough for you to get out of. So, look, we've angered him. Get out, and up we go. Okay? Now, remember, the changes are so much that if he even touches you, you lose your stuff. Okay? So, just be aware of that, guys. There he goes. Under the mountains. So guys, look, this is the closest one I have found so far to rocks. Where you don't have to sort of dash for ages to try and get away from him or anything like that. Okay? At the moment, this is the only one I've found so far. I'm sure there's loads of places in deep desert that I haven't looked at the moment. Alright? But this is the way, guys. Let me know in the comments, have you found another area that's quite close to rocks or is relative impunity? Let me know in the comments, guys, because I don't believe there is one anymore. They really have sort of got rid of those, which I kind of like, right? It makes everything more even for everybody, okay? Guys, Thank you very much for listening. If you have enjoyed the video, please do leave a like and a subscribe on the channel. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop more videos, more Dune tips, more Starfield videos, and more Cyberpunk videos as well. We may even venture into the realms of Battlefield 6. Let me know if you want to see that. I know it's not my usual sort of content, but I do like a bit of Battlefield, and the open beta has been quite good. Guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, everybody.